He's got this incredible speed and this insane power.
His wrestling style is the epitome of speed. When he goes like a bat out of hell.
Pat Glory handing Vito Arujau his first loss of the year.
I think Vito understands the pedigree he has.
My dad is one of the best wrestlers ever, basically. Like, if I'm gonna wrestle, I have to be good.
If you talk about being surrounded by champions, Vito's been surrounded by a lot of them.
It's Yianni Diakomihalis with championship number 3.
Vito heck falls Pat Glory, and he loses to him 2 weeks later. There's 2 Vitos.
What's wrong with me, man? How could I have such crazy, variable in the way I wrestle?
I had no idea that this was gonna happen.
The times we lose that help us, make the bigger jumps.
Everybody have his own time. Now he's his time.
This is a coming of age story.
I think this is just the beginning.
Keep wrestling! Slide off! To the edge! Hey, Vito! Vito, head hands, 16 seconds! You can step out if you need it! 10 seconds!
Hearts up, Circle!
No!
Don't come on! Bullshit! Well, they score it! Get out of here! It's such bullshit!
Vito, it's 10-9!
So now 10-9 with 7 seconds to go.
Hold possession!
Vito, just refocus. Dial in right now.
Now 10-9 with 7 seconds to go. So Vito Arujau can't back up in that situation with 5 seconds to go.
Even if these calls don't go my way, they can't stop me forever. I'm gonna continue to put together attacks. I'm gonna continue to keep inching my way forward, and I'm just gonna build this gap little by little. If they're not gonna give me the points, then I'm gonna take them.
Hello.
Vito!
I come bearing gifts.
So what's going on today? What are we doing over here?
We are trying to formulate a gluten-free,
Grain-free
dough.
goo dough.
And this will be the base of our pizza.
You know what I forgot?
Preheat in the oven.
You know what I
Wait,
forgot?
do you have an oven stone?
I have the pizza stone.
Oh, yeah, pizza stone, yeah.
So this is the other thing. When me and Vito, we lived together for a year, and when we moved out, it was like we got divorced. It was like, I'll take the pizza stone, you can have
I got the air fryer.
And then I will take this thing. Like, we were trading for things.
We had a draft.
I have a real cheese grater, and it makes me realize that we were using a foot scratcher before.
Yeah, probably.
We had a thing that we understood to be a cheese grater.
It was in the kitchen section.
And then the guy on our team came over and was like, dude, what are you doing? I'm like, it's a cheese grater. And he's like, that is 100% a foot scratcher. He's like, I watched my mother use that on her foot when I was home. It's a foot scratcher that you're using. I'm like, it's not, you're lying, it's not. And now that I have a real cheese grater, I realize that he could have been right.
Yianni Diakomihalis, probably my best friend.
Vito and Yanni's relationship, it's honestly at this point I think it's like siblings.
We are close like brothers, we fight like brothers, we kind of live like brothers.
So when you guys lived together, was Vito the clean one?
Oh yeah. I'm not sure if I've been the clean one in any dynamic ever.
We both have the same dream, same end goal in the sport, and that's kind of, brought us to walk the same road.
Now I've known him for 10 years, almost been half my lifetime. He's like family to me.
On a scale of 1 to 10, where you at?
This is a solid crust, I think.
Crust came out good, good cheese distribution, pepperoni not too cooked, probably like 8.8.
Cheese is under the sauce.
Cheese under the sauce, so maybe 9.2.
Everyone wants to roll his home bite. Why did you laugh so hard?
It wasn't even that funny, it just was, it was perfectly placed.
The point is confirmed, and Vougar Arujau wins his second world title. So at 48 kilograms, the gold medal was presented to Vougar Arujau of Russia.
I started wrestling when I was 13, before I was playing soccer. I get cut from soccer because I was teamed with my brother and we get too much fight. So coach said, you know, you guys like to fight, better go to wrestling.
My dad was born in Azerbaijan, you know, pretty poor. It was a bit of a rough neighborhood. At the age of 16, leaves his family, goes to Belarus to pursue this goal of being a wrestler. Gets the recognition and is invited to come wrestle for the Soviet team and then for Russia. He wrestled in the '92 Olympics in Barcelona and he won 2 world championships. And then he wrestled in another Olympics and took like 5th or 6th. My dad and my mom and me and my older brother flew into California with 2 suitcases of clothes and like $500. We ended up moving to New York City and then eventually out into Long Island, and you know, that's where we kind of set down our roots and got settled.
When I was in high school, Mike and I went to Del Barton and we trained at Blair Academy a lot. We didn't know who he was at the time. We just knew this little Russian guy used to come in and just beat the crap out of us. He would beat up on everyone from 103 all the way up probably to like, at the time, 189. And he would just run through us and it was unbelievable.
He had to have been in his 40s when we were in high school and we were celebrating if we could score on him.
Hit him hard, look at him. Hustle up, hustle. Come on.
He is like a big personality in a little body.
No talking here, no talking.
He's like 5'2", but probably the most intimidating like 5'2" person you've ever met in your life.
Head up, always watch who you're fighting. Move, you know, head down, head up.
He's a character, I'll tell you. He's like, you know, knows how to have fun, he knows when to laugh, but at the same time, like he knows when to get down to work, and he's not scared to come from the slums of Azerbaijan and climb his way up to become like a highly respected 2-time world champion within the Soviet Union and then throw it all away and move to America, start from the bottom again, and just climb all the way back up. And you know, now he's the head coach of a community college. He's got his own club. You know, he's got one kid who graduated from Cornell, an Ivy League school, another one who's still in, and one more who's trying to come. So he's living the American dream. Start from nothing, build it yourself. That's the type of person he is, you know.
Come on, Vito, look at what I do. I go on the other side usually. I am here, you see? So I am tight. My knee pushing his knee, you see what I do? You don't want just to hold it, you want to push it. Push. Bring it to the side. You see I'm sitting, my butt, elevation. You see all I do with my leg. My leg elevate. You see, stretch on it a little bit. Now you're going here. You see?
That's painful.
Yeah, you want it painful. Yeah, see, I don't want to roll through. I first left with my leg, you see?
When we came to America, we didn't have anything. We didn't have the luxury to get like a babysitter. So my dad would bring me to practice because he had to watch me. So I was around the sport forever. Largely due to the fact that my dad is such a good coach and you know what he teaches is so powerful. I had a really exponential progress from the beginning. I took like Super 32. 8th grade was when I wrestled my first varsity year. Kept going up, and around like I say my sophomore year, I started getting, you know, competitive on the national scale. I think the Cadet World Championships was the first time I really realized like I'm good at wrestling. It's like I'm on the USA World team, I'm competing for the World Championships. We had a gym, VHW. So we have kids like Johnny Arcieri, Peter Pappas, like they're going to tournaments, and these are guys who win tournaments. You know, they're good. And they're losing in the finals to the same kid. This like Yianni Diakomihalis guy, we're all like, who is he? This little kid is like beating who we think are like the best kids in the state, for sure. I ended up going to Super 32. Yanni's in my bracket. We have a scrap of match. The final score is like 9-8. He ends up beating me at 1 point. So now it's my 8th grade year, I'm wrestling varsity. We end up both going to the state tournament, and now I have Yanni. So match ends 3-3, and he rides me out for the win. He, at that point, was the only person who had beaten me more than once. you know, I did not like the guy.
I go up to his dad, I shake his hand, and he's like, "You're gonna train with Vito." I'm like, "Okay, whatever."
My dad goes up, talks to his dad. They were like, well, we have the 2 best kids in the state. We can keep wrestling against each other, or like you could come down and train with us. I'll send my kid to train with you, and we can both just get better. So that's what we did. But obviously me and Yanni weren't part of the discussion, so we found out later.
My dad had me like spend a night at his house. Basically, it was like, "Oh, hang out with him." We like ended up actually getting along really well.
So we wrestled here one time in Cornell.
I really liked Cornell. I had already decided I wanted to go there. And I'm wrestling Vito. I'm like, all right, I beat him before. Like,
They were just like the Tasmanian devil. They were just going and going and going and going, and they were just scrapping. The fur was flying, right? It wasn't the best techniques, but they were just going at it like 2 crazy guys.
He is so fast.
That was impressive.
Now Arujau almost takes Diakomihalis to his back.
Vito tech-balled me, which was not great. I remember I was so upset. I'm like, the coaches are gonna think I suck now. Like, this is horrible. I got tech-falled. Like, what the heck?
You know, we ended up wrestling like at least 7 times. That was to date, still my only win over Yanni.
Yanni goes for an inside trip to a throw, and he's gonna get it. They're gonna give him 4.
This is match 2 of the finals of the Cadet World Team Trials. I'm beating Vito 6-2, and I'm literally just standing there with my, like this.
I look at the clock, there's a minute left, it's 6-2, and I'm like, I need something. I don't know what went through my head, and I'm a little embarrassed of it now, but I go.
What?
Interesting.
What?
He's trying
cartwheel. He tries cartwheel, and it gets to the leg, actually.
He head blocks, and then I run corner, and I ended up dragging him.
And taking me down. He hits his cartwheel, and you just see me go like this. I just start like, what's going on? I'm like backing away. I'm like, my dad's like, what are you doing? What did you think was gonna happen? I don't know. He's like, well, whatever you did wasn't good. You got taken down off of a cartwheel from space, literally just shot. But that was the last match we ever wrestled. The last offensive point is cartwheel to arm drag.
Short time. Vito's got 1 attack left in him.
And Yanni looking at the clock again, but that's it.
They're gonna
with
go
that
2.
takedown.
Right at the end, 8-4 your final, and 2 matches to none. Yianni Diakomihalis will represent the United States on the world team this summer in Bosnia.
He was always like 1 year ahead of me, whether that was like technique or whatever, I don't know. But every time we wrestle, he's that 1 point ahead, right? You know, I can't beat this guy. We get to Cornell, I redshirt, he goes and wins his first national title. Go in for my freshman year, he goes in for his sophomore year, he wins a national title, I take 4th.
He does it again!
So now I'm a 1-time All-American who took 4th, and he's a 2-time NCAA champ.
One of the youngest, brightest faces in college wrestling.
He's my friend. You know, I'm happy for him, I'm happy he's winning. I wish I would win as much as well, you know, but I'm not. You see like his popularity and everything skyrocket, and I feel like I'm left behind.
I think Vito understands the pedigree he has. He understands that he comes from, 2 Olympians. His father, who obviously was an Olympic medalist and a multiple-time world champion, and his mother was an Olympic kayaker as well.
My dad is one of the best wrestlers ever, basically. Like if I'm gonna wrestle, like I have to be good. You know, the further I got, kind of up the ladder, the more I realized just how far away he was. As I'm graduating high school, going to college, like he's on the senior level. He's competing against the best in the world, and here I am, I took 4th in NCAAs. Like I'm not on par. You know, I'm not anywhere close to where he was. You know, I'm not even the best in the US. Struggles like that made me really realize like we're not on the same playing field. My freshman year, I was undefeated during the season. In the duel that year versus Princeton, I had wrestled Pat Glory. There was a lot of like hype around him. I just remember I went like fake snap, run the corner, cradle, and then cradle and pinned him.
Both wrestlers ready to go, both guys quick, good in all 3 positions.
I have him again at EIWAs that year, and I'm like, well, I just kicked the shit out of him. I pinned him, all right.
And there he gets the swipes. Vito put himself in bad position there, giving up 4.
I get ridden out the second period because I'm constantly like trying to get to these reversals, and then we get stalemated, and then like I keep trying. I'm so close every time, but I just never get there. He goes down, I let him up, we duke it out on our feet, and I think he gets a takedown or something, steals the match, and I was just like, what is going on here? You know, that was my first loss of the season, was to Pat Glory, and I was like, it didn't even make sense. You know, I beat him up, I pinned him, like it wasn't even close, and now he beats me, right? Like I wrestled terribly, I must have. You know, fast forward, now we're in the season, go to EIWAs, and then I have Glory in the finals, and I go out there and I started just taking him down to his back. He looks up and the score's like 12-2. I'm pushing for the tech. So I start cutting him again, and I'm like running it down, and everything is so crisp and clean, and it's just such this crazy variety where this kid can beat me, but also I can tech him.
19-6.
Outstanding wrestler, Vito Arujau.
Fast forward, NCAA's semifinals, now I have Glory again, and I'm like, well, this is free. I just teched him. I'm going to the finals. I'm gonna wrestle Soriano. I remember the deciding turn being, I was on bottom, and I go to stand up, and I go for the reversal, where I like basically cradled him without locking my hands and tried to hold him on his back and be like, look, I have him on his back, you have to give me the reversal, and start counting backs. But I'm on bottom. So I jump to my own back to do this, and they start counting swipes for him because I'm still on bottom. He ends up coming up on top, which did not help my case. And then he ends up scoring 4 back points when I was already down, so now I'm down by 5.
EIWAs, he almost tech falls Pat Glory. And then 2 weeks later at NCAAs, he loses in the semifinals. It's like, how did that just happen?
There's 2 Vitos. There is this Vito, and when he's clicking, he is the best in the world.
What's wrong with me, man? I just teched him. What is wrong with me? You know, there was some of the things that helped me wake up to the fact that I was ignorant of like my mental state when I wrestled. How could I have such crazy like variable in the way I wrestled?
Vito, he asked me, Dad, what you plan when you wrestle? Plan? There's no plan. You wrestle, you just fight. This guy opened the high crotch, you shoot high crotch. He opened single, you single. Wrestling is not rocket science. You have muscle memory. You don't have plan.
That led me to look into sports psych and how I approach the sport mentally, and really helped me revise that and kind of learn new ways to deal with it. And you know, I think that all those battles with Glory, the times we lose that help us, you know, make the bigger jumps. You know, I had to take a step back and look at where I was and kind of come at it with a new approach. It's like, when I get flustered, what is my response to it? You know, if I'm nervous, like how is that going to affect me? And these are things that the wrestling community tells you, be tough and just go, right? But there needs to be a more calculated approach to it. If I'm training and on a lifting plan and I lift for a certain number of reps each week, it's all calculated. There's a reason why I'm doing it. So why isn't there the same approach to the other components of it? You know, my practice is very planned out. I know what I'm working on. I know why I'm working on it. And I didn't have the same approach to the mental side.
And there it comes up around the body. Oh my gosh, it's Gilman coming around for 2, but 4 actually. Thought they might have been on the mat for that.
He just exposed again. That's a good call by the official.
Is that it?
That'll do it.
13-2. Congratulations to Thomas. He's got it rolling right now. Is there anyone hotter?
It was obvious that my performance was going down. You know, my weight cut for Final X and for World Team Trials that year were some of the worst I've ever had. What I was doing was like terrible for my body. Like I was hurting myself, hurting my performance every time. me and Mike sat down and were like, all right, I think this year I'm going 33 and just giving myself a chance to reset. After last season, I was like, there's no way I can do that again. So I went 33, and a little bit of adjusting. Obviously, coming into the weight, the main hitters were Fix and Roman.
And Bravo Young is a national champion once again.
You have Roman Bravo, who, I grew up with, both been good for a while, so we're both relative. I know what he does, but at some point during his college career, he kind of made a shift and, had all the fast feet, sprinting, and the big scrambles that you see, and a lot of action.
Your world team member, Daton Fix.
And you have Daton, who is really conventional, really solid, good wrestler. Good position, good high crotch, good wrestling.
Daton's really talented. He's been a fixture in American wrestling for 10 years or so, right? Coming up through the cadet ranks and all the way through and winning world titles and whatnot.
Arujau has him in the air, dumps him down for the takedown.
Did you see that finish by Arujau? Wow!
Slowly but surely, I get adjusted to the strength and feel of the guys. And no, it's not quite the same as 25, where pretty strong for the weight, pretty fast for the weight. I could mat return someone with one arm. Now I'm on much more even footing with some people, but my speed is still there, and I feel good. And I'm having fun at practice. I'm not wearing sweatpants, t-shirt, long sleeve, crew neck, hoodie, bundled up with headgear on. I'm wearing a t-shirt and shorts. It's a whole different vibe to practice, and I had fun. I enjoyed it. I think I fell back in love with the sport.
Oh, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 907 of FloWrestling Radio Live. I'm your host, Christian Piles, joined today by James Dean Rader, Ben Funky Askren, and you on this NCAA Week Monday. All right, let's go to 33. Man, I cannot stop thinking about this Daton Roman match.
Almost no one thought that I was gonna win. People thought RBY is gonna win or Fix is gonna beat him in the finals.
Everybody thought that he was gonna have a scrap with Daton, but he was gonna lose and he'd just wrestle McGee and take third.
Even if no one else thought I could, I thought, these are guys that are beatable. What do you mean? I've just beat Fix in 2021, and then I've beaten RBY before in the past when we were younger, but now he's a two-time NCAA champ. He's got the prestige, but at the end of the day, I thought it would be easier than beating Fix because he does what I do, so I know how to beat it. He's fast and he's technical and he's good and he'll sprint, but so do I. Really, it was gonna come down to who's faster, who's sharper. So I wrestled Cal Poly, I wrestled Zach Redding, and then I wrestled Latona. So now I got Fix, and it's serious. For hand fighting, we're both faking, reacting to each other, and I can just out-wrestle him and put on display what I'm good at. Everything is working. I'm faster than him, I'm sharper than him. I get some big takedowns, get a good ride. I get out and reverse him from bottom. I hear boo, everyone's cheering, another one, boom, everyone's ah. Kellen and Mike were in the corner, and I just hear him go, stick him for the major, and he plants him on his back at the end of the match. I was like, get out, he just measured him. That is nuts.
NCAA Finals bound. Your winner from Cornell, Vito Arujau.
That went beautifully. Now I'm off into the finals. I have RBY. lot of just calming down. I go out, I warm up, and I just have this walk. I'm just walking back and forth, and I'm just replicating that feeling of what it felt like when I wrestled Fix. And I just entered a zone of being like truly just in the zone. Now I'm taking the time to train myself to be able to go into this competitor's mindset. I'm coming into every match thinking the same thing. I'm coming into every match feeling the way I want to feel. I'm gonna unconsciously enter this match and just allow my body to produce the best wrestling it can. Go out there and everything I did just felt a little faster, just a little sharper. I'm out there, I'm not thinking about anything. He shoots, bang, bang. It happens, and I have no idea what's going on. 6 things happen, but I end up with his foot. Shelf it, run him down, put him to his back, he bellies down.
That was lightning fast.
You know, we're scrapping. It's like cat and mouse, and we're both cats, you know, like just pow, pow. I remember being in bottom, he goes down to the leg. I had never done this before, ever. Just picked up his foot, put him to his back.
Oh, now he's got a cradle, but great counter there by Arujau.
He's getting back points here. He's getting back points here. Cut back.
I'm in the driver's seat. You know, there's 30 seconds left, he's coming at me, he's trying to dig something, going big, and I'm just shutting it all down. And I know, like, this is it, I win.
Victorious! So impressive.
Wow. The RBY longest win streak in the country was a guy that could almost be a surefire champion this evening. And Vito said, not today, not tonight, this is my night.
It was his time to put the doubters to rest and go out there and make it happen. Everybody in this room has known for 3 years that Vito is out of this world, right? That he's world class. But finally, he was able to put it on display.
Everyone was like, who is this guy? But that's who he really was.
You know, I had all the right tools. I had the strong foundation of wrestling. I had great coaches behind me, great supporting system. And, you know, just a strong desire to prove to everyone that, you know...
And the genetics! I was so proud with my family. It was a great feeling. And when I was wrestled myself, you know, you didn't have that enjoy part. You know, you never enjoy, you just do your job. You wrestle, done, okay, you go to next week, another tournament. But then parents here, you know, your family together, it was great. It was a dream to be here. You know, I'm very, very proud with him, and the happiest my life.
Vito wins OW, Yanni wins his 4th title. As a team, we take 3rd. We came home with a lot of hardware.
Drag right to the leg. Great job. So slick right to the lace. This could be trouble, Christian. And Vito circles him, so his head stays into the center. This could be it. DeSanto grabs a hand. Vito done. Vito Arujau, 54 seconds. Hottest wrestler in America, folks.
US Open, I'm just practicing. I'm just trying to get that feeling again of being in the zone, of competing at a higher level.
I did expect Vito to completely dominate. I know Vito's goals, he knows his goals, so it's like, okay, I'm gonna win the NCAAs, and then I'm gonna go and win the US Open. That was the plan the entire time, so we knew Final X was the next thing.
We're wrestling Final X this weekend. We're staying at Mike Gray's parents' house.
It's the day before now, so we're getting our last couple workouts in, getting down to weight, and making sure we feel good.
We are in Gray's house of Penn. This is where I trained from high school on. This room is great because the guys can work out whenever they want on the cardio side. There's tons of old school video games and stuff the guys have been, playing around with.
Me and Mike, we were at Del Barton. We were inseparable basically through high school, so we definitely got our fair share of workouts downstairs. We were constantly wrestling, working out, and then we'd, have some fun and doing the same thing those guys are doing down there now.
We've been able to keep the energy high. Everybody's excited and ready to, put a great performance out there tomorrow.
Taking your mind off of cutting weight and big pressure matches. When you get to your hotel near the competition, you start to get those butterflies a little bit, and we just want to minimize that as much as possible.
You can't just think about wrestling 24/7, but it's just more energy spent on it that you're not spending on, recovering or feeling good or just, having fun.
So Mike says I'm a horrible driver, but in reality, I'm probably a solid 6 out of 10.
All of Yanni's limbs have had, some surgery or injury, and all of my limbs are fine, but like I fractured my L5 vertebrae, and I've torn like the labrum in my left hip, and then like the top of my hamstring where it connects in my hip. So everything from like here to here is broken on me, and then Yanni's completely fine in the body, and then just all of his limbs are broken. We have one
Together
person.
we have one broken man.
And then one healthy person.
And one healthy
yes.
man. We trade off. That's why we usually don't win at the same time.
Oh my God.
We're going to Delbarton High School. That's where Mike and Frank went. They just got a sweet new wrestling room expansion kind of situation, so we'll be there.
Getting ready for Final X, I have Mike and Frank, who are great, wrestling minds. They really understand, how wrestling works, technically and strategically. And obviously you have Frank, who's making sure that we're feeling good and, our weight's coming down easy and we're well fed too.
I'm the head RTC coach. When I got here, I helped Yanni with weight cut, and we got him squared away nutritionally with supplementation, cross-training wise, and then obviously on the mat as well. So other guys saw how it worked for him, and they decided, well, I want to do what he's doing. So it kind of just snowballed, and over the last 2 years now, it's been like growing and growing, and guys have caught on. So they'll text me a picture of something they're about to buy, be like, hey, is this, the big joke is like, is this Frank approved now? I'm like, I'll give them a short answer, but usually it's a no, most of this time.
Vito's doing really well. For him, the work is done. The big thing for us is being able to, get down the weight the day before and then put some good hydration and nutrition in so you're fueled for tomorrow.
We're gonna hit that target weight, and we're gonna take the rest of the day to just relax. Got an ice bath going right now, so I'm gonna hop in here, get real hot, and go in the tub and get real cold. I mean, like you get that like heavy, sluggish feeling after like a hard weight cut, and then you do this, and then you're just like, ooh, you're cold, And you kind of forget that you were tired after before. So if my legs get tired and they get a little sluggish, that really affects my performance. So all this stuff is just helping me do what I do best, right? So keeping the legs fresh and being able to move fast for a long period of time. Hopefully less. So we're currently wrestling for the opportunity to represent the good old USA at the World Championships. I want to do this full time as soon as I graduate, so this is the next step, and it feels right on my progression to be the world team member this year and do some damage on the world stage.
I think more than ever, this spot is even more coveted because it allows you the chance to qualify the weight for the Olympic Games. Vito has an opportunity to be a world champion, and he also sets himself up for the Olympic trials if he goes out there and wins a medal, because he sits out in the semis of the Olympic trials.
And after 15 seconds, he leads at 6-0, and Brewer's not out of the woods yet. Now Garrett's gonna step over and gets the pin in 20 seconds.
My opponent at Final X for 61 kilos is Nashawn Garrett, former Cornell alum. We have a similar style.
Those two are really special, really fun to watch because I think they're the fastest guys in the game. Nashawn has some good power with his speed, right? And Vito has a lot of finesse with his speed.
He's just so explosive and strong, and if he's got his fingers on your leg, he can pick you up off the ground.
They have contrasting speed styles. They have the ability to be extremely fast, but they both have different dynamics to that speed.
We wrestled a bunch 2019, 2020. I've been getting better all this time. I'm not the same little kid that he can run over anymore. I'm here, I'm definitely a solid staple of the US on the freestyle stage, on the folk style stage. I think I'm taking those steps to make my name known throughout the wrestling community and, hopefully soon around the world.
Yanni at 65 kilograms, he's gonna wrestle against Nick Lee. 1-1 in their career. Nick Lee has the only win in freestyle, but Yanni's been wrestling really well. Has that world medal under his belt now, and I think he's doing a really good job, and he's prepared. He's ready to, take on Nick Lee. We're just trying to make sure that our guys are ready to finish the job and build on the success and the momentum they've had this year. Vito's been on fire since NCAAs. Yanni won his 4th national title. He's firing on all cylinders. He's gonna put a good performance in.
Got it.
Beautiful. There it is. Let's go, stud. Let's go take this clothes off and then be ready to go. Get your singlet on, all right? You're the f***ing best, buddy. Come on. It's your time, baby. You're the man. Come on, stud. You're built for it. Come on, brother. You're built for it.
Low single right away for Vito Arujau in the red, taking on Nashawn Garrett. He times the shot well.
Throw that hook. Keep moving off of it. Off, 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 off.
Single leg for Nashawn. He's got him towards the edge. He's going to work to finish just like Gilman did, but this time he can. He's going to get the 2.
Hey, you're good. Go get it. Start getting it going now. Come on, here we go. Move to angles, yes.
Level change there from Vito.
Pull that trigger here, buddy. Pull that trigger. Slide. Stay into him, stay into him. Stay into him.
A flurry of attacks from Vito Arujau. Re-attack from Vito. Stinks it. That's going to be 4 for Vito. Huge.
Go get it. Open. Go get it. Get one. Get one.
He takes the lead 4-2 into the second period.
Hey, relax. Now we simmer, okay? Now he's gonna come to you a bit more, okay? You're in the driver's seat. Look at me, chest up. Anytime you wanna go, you can go, okay? Yeah. He's probably gonna come out pretty fast right now. Be ready to sprint again. Hey, you're the f***ing man, let's go. Come on, buddy. Turn, go trap.
Beautiful attack from Vito Arujau, like an outside step. It looked like.
Make him open, make him open.
6-2 now the lead for Vito Arujau.
Hey, line it up, go ahead, go left, go left, go left. Don't force, don't force. look great, okay? You're the man right now, okay?
It's just another match.
That's
And
me.
back underway here, 90 seconds to go.
There it is. Corner, corner, corner. Yeah, right there. Get back in, Vito.
Vito on the edge.
Slide. Don't reach from your knees. Hard circle. Hard circle.
There's a step out point.
Hey, you gotta focus right now. Come on. Slide. Keep moving off. Off your knees, wrestle. Wrestle.
And Sean Garrett's in 4 seconds, but he's gonna need something big. He's gonna score, but time's gonna run out. Should be a 6-5 final.
Throw the brick. That was bad. You gotta be sharper than that. Yeah.
The test is not just waiting for a spark. Women's wrestling is exploding, especially at high school level.
First match of any day is my worst one, so makes me real confident going forward. My worst performance, still win. Could have done much better than that. That was a terrible match for me, by my standards. The great thing about the sport of wrestling is it doesn't matter what I think, because numbers are numbers. I had more numbers. I think I let a lot of points, free points, points that I shouldn't let people score on me. And Nashon is really, really good. He's familiar with me and my techniques. He probably game planned how to beat me. He stayed on his offense, played his whole little game, and I kind of fell right into it this time. First one's the hardest one for sure. The more I, get away from that way in, the further I get away from that, the better I feel all the time.
Here we go, match number 1, 65 kilograms, Yianni Diakomihalis in the red. All right, nice shot here by Nick Lee. He's in deep, good position to finish, but we've seen Yanni is dangerous, and it's Yanni's points. So they're gonna go 2 blue, 2 red.
Hey, that's where he wants to be. There it is.
And now he's in on a shot, trying to take Nick Lee to the edge. He's gonna get one.
Cover, cover, cover.
And it's Nick Lee was able to drag out of that position. Now he's in the lead outright 4-3, working for a turn.
I've been watching Yanni for a long time, and it could be versus the best guy in the world, or it could be when he's actually losing by a lot. But for some reason, I always think he's just gonna win. I can never process in my head like, oh, he's gonna lose this match. Just like, oh, well, I'm sure I'll find a way.
Another shot, he goes one way, then the other, but Nick Lee seems ready for everything that Yanni's throwing at him.
Wrestle! Butt up! Butt up, butt up, butt up, no lace! Butt up! Butt up! No gun, no trap!
And trap arm now. Can he get a turn? Yes, he does. And now a one reversal off the turn. It's gonna make it 7-4.
Go get it, 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 go get it!
Give it to me, come on.
36 seconds to go. Now Yanni working for a turn. He's got a good gut wrench zone, but he's giving up on it.
You gotta go!
Give yourself a kiss on top!
There's a left side high crotch now trying to come out the back door.
Finish! Go get it!
7-6, Nick Lee's lead. Can he get a turn here? He's working hard for it. Now stepping over is Nick Lee. Nothing yet, though.
Wrestle! Up! 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 Hey, you gotta dig! Drag, 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 go!
Yanni's gonna need to score. Down by 1. 7-6. Nick Lee takes match number 1. Gets the reigning world silver medalist, Yianni Diakomihalis.
This guy has Yanni's number right now.
So far, you can tell that Yanni can win the match, but Nick Lee is going to be a tough nut for him to crack.
Yanni lost to Nick Lee and didn't look like he performed up to his potential and his usual level. He wasn't moving his feet well, was letting Lee get to his feet and wrestling in chest lock a lot. We'd like to see him moving, covering, running corner more, looking for re-attacks when his opponent comes to him. Just mix it up more. I think he was fairly one-dimensional. He's got to string actions together. He needs to wrestle for a full 6. He needs to bring the pace and the action to Nick and not settle back as much. I expect him to bounce back well and get that first one and then put some more pressure on Nick and then get the second one. I think Vito has some things he can do better and he's excited to do that. And then Yanni's got to take some time and go out there and win 2 tough matches in a row. I believe in momentum, and I think Vito is on a tear. He believes more than he ever has. With that belief, you can see his wrestling going to a higher level. He's really done a great job of focusing and putting a lot of preparation into his mental game, doing all the right things to become a champion. Because he's always wanted it, and he's always had the ability, within his body, but he's finally, bringing it to fruition and doing a great job to allow us all to see how great he is. He's got a lot of good energy behind him right now, and it's fantastic to see.
I've dedicated my life to this. There's something to the sacrifice that I've given to the sport. There's something to say about the training that I've put forth, the people that I've surrounded myself with that help me further chase my goals. There's plenty of reasons why I should be confident, and none as to why I shouldn't be.
Here come maybe the 2 fastest wrestlers in all of Final X.
All right, here we go. We are underway for match number 2. Right away, Vito. Vito! That's 4 for Vito. Oh my God.
Slide off! Slide off! Slide off!
Beautiful, well done. Hey, that's all he's gonna do. Be ready for him to sprint again.
Vito on a knee, looks to a drag to a single, not there. Re-attack. Deshaun in deep on the single leg. He's looking for a finish. Closer. Does he have a trap on?
He does.
Looks like it. Trap on 2 and 2. And just like that, 5-4 Deshaun Garrett. They give him another turn.
They give up 4?
So here comes the brick, and I think this is probably a wise brick from Coach Greg.
Hey, you just gotta keep circling off everything, okay? Just keep angling. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, lost challenge. So they add 1. So now it's 8-4.
Really?
Here we go. Hey, Vito! Hey, 1 at a time right now. Go get a takedown. Roll that wrist, roll that wrist. Yes, misdirection's good. Pass, 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 run. Bound, run. Keep the heat on him, Vito. You look good, buddy. Come on, where's he going? Stay into him.
Round 1 comes to a conclusion, 8-4.
All he's doing right now is he's sitting on this lead. He's sitting on this lead. He's gonna fatigue. You gotta push. Yo. Hey, push the pace right now, buddy. You got him. Hey, hold that stance and go. String taps together. Hey, this is what you train for. This is what we do all this shit for. Let's go. It's your time right now. Come on, go take it. Line. There it is. Commit to it! Come on, you gotta commit to it, Vito!
110, Vito!
Build! Trap! Go get your legs! Go gut, yes! 4!
4 concur! Oh my goodness! He goes takedown, pretends he's gonna go lace, fakes him out, and then comes to a gut wrench. It's gonna be 11-8. Deshaun's gonna have to get to 12 points. Hard snap Deshaun Garrett, trying to create an opening. Vito's enduring the storm. For now, head pinches 2. He needs some more. 2! 13-10, almost takes him through. And that's gonna do it. When the dust settles, Vito Arujau, the winner. 13-10 final. Vito on the world team.
I need it, man. I need it. You're like the 10th person to ask tonight. Do people take off their singlets and just give them out like that?
I got one from Gable and Brady.
I'm not Gable. I'm not that cool.
Right away. Vito.
It was a dogfight, you know. There were points getting thrown up everywhere, and you know I got trapped arm gutted, and not many people get trap arm gutted and end up winning the match. So I'm thankful. I'm grateful. Happy that I have faith in my conditioning and everything to be able to go out and, you know, fight back from an 8-4 deficit. He knocked me off my game and I was able to find it and put myself back in. Just stuck to it and just kept wrestling. It was a good 2 matches. It was way closer than I would have liked, and maybe not the best display of like the best wrestling I could have done, but definitely gritty. Talk about resistance, I think that was the most resilient match that I've had in a while.
Feel good? I made a world team. Let's go. Woo! Ooh, I was a little scared there.
That was crazy.
I was down 8-4.
Oops, sorry.
Let's go here. Let's go here.
Nothing, no! Come on.
8-6 Yanni. 2 for Nick Lee. Will put him in the lead by criteria.
Oh.
22! Corner! Build! Nothing, wrestle, you're okay, wrestle! Wrestle, find his foot! Nothing! 8 seconds! Stay in the foot! Stay in the foot! No! 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 Time! 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 Time!
You're good, Jan, you're good.
If they go 2 here, the match is over. Nick Lee's on the world team. If not, we're gonna have a 3rd and final match.
Nothing!
And they're looking closely at this one.
Nothing! Nothing, nothing, nothing!
No! It's all him. His chest did not move. His chest is looking at the ground.
Yianni Diakomihalis is staring up at a big board that holds its fate. Another replay. They gave the 2. It's over. Nick Lee's on the team. Wow.
Definitely mixed emotions. You know, I'm very happy I made my first world team. I'm very, proud of myself and my effort, but, if it's not with Jan, then it's gonna be less fun for me. Definitely, my heart hurts because he works just as hard as me, if not, he's a little more talented, so he definitely deserves it as well. So it's very upsetting for me.
Just technical errors, a couple tactical errors really cost me. I was prepared, I did what I needed to do and just executed really poorly. So my summer is very free now. So spend some time figuring out what I gotta do, make those changes and, really take advantage of this free time to be ready to go in April for the Olympic trials. Vito wrestled great. I'm super happy for him. I mean, they're talking, right, like he can win. So that's awesome. And while I'm taking my time to figure out what I need to do, I'm gonna try to be as available for him as possible and, give him whatever he needs.
The next step is Vito getting ready for Worlds and Yanni being there and training with him and doing what he can to get Vito on the top step of the World Championships.
Спасибо, мама.
Every morning I wake up, reach over, grab my heart rate strap. So right now, my heart rate is 68 beats per minute. So I'm going to do a 5-minute reading, lay here, breathe, try to get my heart rate down. And then as I do that, I also tend to do some of my mental practices and kind of get ready for the day and get ready for practice. So right here. And then just have to kind of be in a horizontal position and don't move for 5 minutes, which is really hard not to fall back asleep, but my recovery is a little down today, but it's to be expected. Probably still feeling the impact from practice on Tuesday and stuff. Next thing I do is check my weight. So right here. Yeah, this morning I was 142.2, so that's pretty good. Here we are. Time to get to work.
Guys are going to be stingy, especially at the World Championships. Stay on that leg, get it up, and get that pressure into him. Force him to put his hands on the mat, and your leg, you're going to find your lace right there.
So Vito, today especially, we're putting him in situations where we know he needs work. Obviously, we're going to focus on things that he's already really good at that we want to continue to build, but then things where he's a little deficient in that we think we need to make adjustments before we get to the World Championships.
World Championships is the highest level, so one mistake, everything change. Everybody gonna come up for you.
At the Worlds, it's like you're gonna be in a couple gritty ones and you gotta make it happen. And I believe he can make it happen.
We expect Vito to win the World Championships. That's what we're here to do.
Anything less than a gold medal in Serbia would be underperformance. I truly do believe that he'll be on the top of the podium at the end of the day.
Heading into this World Championship, never before in my life have I been as confident in my wrestling, in my focus, my dedication to the sport. This year has taught me to have the confidence to just let myself wrestle.
Having so much confidence in yourself is super important at this level. You're not lacking that much skill than the world champion.
They're all just like me. They've all followed the same general path and they're all relative to what I can do, and it's about going out there and just being the best in the world on that one day. I don't have to be the best in the world every day, just that one day.
This is the best version of Vito I've ever seen. Every time he steps on the mat now, he's in a great place and he's gone through his systems and he's gone through his routines and he's right where he needs to be. He's visualized the success he's going to have, all those positive affirmations, all those things which are really important for him. That work's already done. He wants to win, and in the past he's come close in a lot of big events but hasn't quite got there, and in the last 6 months, he's won an NCAA title, he's won the US Open, he's won Final X, and hopefully here soon he becomes a world champion.
He can win. He can definitely win.
Vito feels strong mentally. Everybody has his own time. Now is his time.
We are in Belgrade, Serbia. Weight's coming down really good. I'm in good shape. My wrestling feels super crisp and sharp, and mentally I'm ready to go out there and win some big matches. There's none I could do more than what I've already done, so confidence is there, and it comes from all my preparation and all my training.
Right now we're not working. It's just feeling good, getting weight off, and being comfortable. I think one thing Vito does a really good job of is he knows when to turn it on, knows when to turn it off, and when you're doing something like that, you take your reps seriously, and when it's time to play, you play. And being able to cut loose like that when you're getting ready for the World Championships is so valuable. Not being so engaged the whole time that you're just worn out.
You guys friends off the mat?
No. Absolutely not.
We actually just go back to the room and just sit there and look at the wall.
We're gonna go try to walk through the arena, see if Vito can take a peek, but we're probably gonna get kicked out. So now he's gonna kind of just sit and sweat for a little bit, so he'll take a ride back to the hotel, keep his sweat rolling, and then ride it out.
You see yourself wrestling in here?
Oh yeah. This is gonna be my playground on Saturday. I'd like to go see the arena beforehand, just so when I'm doing like some sports psych, like mental practices, I can, picture myself in the arena, picture myself wrestling there, and picture myself winning there. It's the World Championships. If there was a time to pull out all the stops, it would definitely be now. So I'm doing everything I can, and on and off the mat as well, to make sure that I'm prepared. I'm not taking this the same way I would be any other dual meet during the season. This is it, right? This is the stuff that we've been dreaming about since we were kids, and it's time to make dreams reality.
Yes. Good job, Vito. Good. Loosen up a little bit. Have some fun. I know. Just have some fun, man. That's when you're the best. Feeling good?
Yeah.
Yeah, refocus. You're good. Beginning of this workout, I'm not sure exactly what it was. Maybe it's the cameras, maybe it's the other teams are finally here. We've been working out in this place and it's been pretty much empty. He kind of was a little tight.
I was all up in my own head and just super anxious and worried about the whole tournament. I couldn't even wrestle. I couldn't even, get into my own flow, and I was just so kind of worried about that, everything's got to be perfect, everything's got to feel right. Like I have to be my best. Like this is it, it's game time. A couple things didn't feel right, a couple shots didn't feel good, and I was just kind of getting down on myself, and then, I had to remember to relax. If I'm not relaxed, if I'm not, wrestling in that like unconscious flow, then, that I can get in trouble. I'm not wrestling to my best potential. Frank was the one who noticed that, my flow wasn't exactly there. I didn't quite have the same energy or the same look to the crispness to my shots. And he just looks at me and he goes, "Hey man, have fun." I'm like, oh, I'm taking this way too seriously, huh? I had to take a step and I had to loosen out. All right, come on. And then just let things happen, right?
So he did a good job. He recognized it and then refocused, and then it was like, all right, back to normal. Good. Keeping him loose and having fun is when he's best, and that's when he's firing off. He's super fast. He's explosive. That's what we want out of him. Yes. Good work. Way to finish that out. That was good. You just got to relax and have some fun, that's all. Don't worry about the cameras. Don't worry about the other teams. This is all you. All about you.
Almost like it's the World Championships or something.
Good work, my friend. So Vito just weighed in, first day of World Championships. He's getting settled, he's getting refueled, ready to go. First round, guy from Kazakhstan, he's tough. I actually watched him in Budapest. He made the finals of the ranking tournament. Vito ended up taking third. They both lost to the same guy. So should be good. He's gonna come out hard. So I think that is best case scenario for Vito. He's really good when guys come out and attack him. So we'll see what happens, but I think he's ready to go, he's prepared. I believe he's the better wrestler.
He looks locked in, right? He's focused, he's prepared. I think he has that laser focus, look to him that we've seen in the national finals, at Final X, in his best performances.
First round, I was super nervous, actually. Really nervous. I was like, all right, this is gonna kind of set the tempo for the whole tournament, because historically, I have a tough time first round. I don't know how I kind of compare up to the world stage.
Feet moving, yes. Hands busy, he's gonna come, that's it. All the way through, good. Hey, great job, nothing changes right now. That's it, slide off, good, you felt it. Yes, great job. Go ahead. One turn, Vito, one. Hell yeah.
And the victory on match C, in the blue from the United States of America, Vito Arujau.
So going out first round and just getting to my offense and kind of putting things together, and before I knew it was over, right? On to the next. Now my confidence is rolling. Now I'm like, all right, I'm in the driver's seat. Like, this is things that I can handle for sure.
First period tech fall, so I think the important thing for us was to make sure he was wrestling, the way we know he can. As of right now, it looks like he's kind of firing on all cylinders. He's got Bulgaria next, so we're prepared for that one. We watched the guy last night a little bit, nothing too crazy, so I think You know, Vito, go out there, take care of business.
He was a little bit too puckered up at practice last night. Where is he right now?
Wide open. Let's have some fun, Vito. That's it. Keep those hands moving. Good. That's it. That's it. You'll get it. Good. You keep controlling center all the way up. You got it. All the way up. Yes. That's it. That's it. Hey, time that reach. Time that reach. That's it. All the way up. All the way up. Yes. Circle off a bit. 2. Drive forward your shoulder. You got it, you got it, you got it. 2 more. 1. Last one. Time. Job. Hell yeah.
And the victory on mat D from the United States of America, Vito Arujau.
Third match versus Japan was another one of those matches where I was a little nervous walking into it because he had the same style as the Japan person that I lost to in the junior finals. I was like, all right, well, let's see how I do now.
Follow it up. Yes. All the way through. Good, good, good.
Yeah, got one. There you go.
Hey, Vito, couple together on that drag with one and then another. Get back on top, good job. Good, you got 30. You got 30, keep it all the way through. Drive, 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 drive forward. 2, 2. Yes, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. There it is. Find it, you're gonna get it. Smart here, Vito. Yes.
Semifinal, joined by the United States of America, Vito Arujau.
Is that a pretty big win?
He's in the semifinals of the World Championships. It's a huge win.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get out of here.
This is where the fun starts.
Zumashbek Ulu is his last name. The first 2 minutes, he doesn't really look to do anything but get you put on the clock. Like, he never scores in the first minute and a half.
You think Vito should fire one off from space super early? Super early, like first 5 seconds?
Like, shoot.
Yeah, just see what happens.
Like, hey, I'm here to party.
This is just like a test for Vito of how well he can wrestle in every position.
And gonna test the discipline a little bit, because the guy's gonna try to lure him into some funny positions, and Vito's gotta stay smart and just stay on legs and not attack everything.
I don't want to tell him not to let it fly, but he's gonna have to really pick those spots if he does want to go there. It's gonna have to be very calculated. Vito, you just gotta make sure when you're getting to his legs and you guys get into those crazy actions, you're staying basic and not looking for 4 points every time. Okay. Because that's where he's best. Right. So you pick him up, put him down right on the mat, and then you give yourself a chance on top. It's not
minimal, shut it down.
Semifinals is huge.
Guarantee a medal.
Guarantee a medal.
Hey, have some fun, man.
Let's go.
Let's go. Early and often, Vito. Yes. Good. Smart, smart, smart. Recover. Recover. All the way up, all the way up, all the way up to the edge. To the edge, to the edge, to the edge. That's it. 2. 4. 4. Hey, great job. That's exactly what's gonna happen. You're gonna snap, you're gonna find that leg, you get on top, find that lace again. Find that lace. Circle, circle, circle. Great job, yes. Good, follow it up. Great work, Vito. Yes, all the way up to the edge. Yes, give yourself a chance, you got time.
Look at that lace, make him open. Open.
Go, 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 go.
Go. Come on, baby, get it.
One more. Woo! Hell yeah. Yeah, Vito.
Yeah.
Let's go. Me versus the world, baby.
That's right. That's f***ing right.
And I'm winning.
Yes, you are. That guy's really good. He went 65 kilos at the Bill Farrell last year and beat Nick Lee, who's on the team at 65 here. And Vito just went out and tech balled him, so pretty unbelievable.
As soon as I felt my hand touch that calf and wrap his knees up, I'm like, oh, well, I win. And then just bang, 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 circling back in, bang, bang, done.
God, I love leg laces.
He's stretching, rolling out a little bit, kind of rolling with Yanni. We're kind of talking about some positions a little bit with him, things to be aware of. This Russian guy, he's big drag guy. So, I mean, Vito's a drag guy too, so this is going to be kind of a shootout for those guys. So Yanni's giving him a little bit of a feel, trying to wrestle like that guy a little bit. So just things to be aware of, nothing like earth-shattering, nothing that's going to change with his wrestling too much. I think he feels really good, so I guess time will tell.
Abascadze has incredible point scoring. Abascadze's got great stuff in the ties. He's got great drags. He's really good at pinning people, which is a really rare skill in international wrestling. But this guy ices a lot of wrestlers. And I don't know if he'd pin Vito, but I feel pretty certain he's one of the tougher potential matchups for Abascadze because he just has this unbelievable arsenal. I think until it's staring at you, I think it's really tough to even conceptualize and prepare for.
Abascadze Magomedov. He's been on the scene for a while, was the world champion of the weight last year. Watching him through the tournament, you know, I teched 3 of my opponents leading into the finals. He teched 3 and then pinned 1 of them. So, you know, we're kind of neck and neck. You know, we have very similar styles. We're a lot of wrist control, a lot of multiple directional attacks. He's creative out there. He's able to put things together. So I knew this one's gonna be probably one of the hardest ones that I've ever kind of wrestled. And it's really gonna come down to like a couple key factors, right? It was just gonna come down to, you know, we're gonna fight each other. Who's gonna win?
Go, Vito, get those feet moving. That's it. All the way up. That's it, you felt it. Yes, hey, good job, follow that up.
The official gives 2 points for Arujau.
Find your belly. Dude, find your belly.
That's Vito again. What's the score? What are they putting up?
2 red.
That looks like us again.
Magomedov, they put 2 on the board for him.
Looks like Magomedov was awarded a 1 point, and then the 2-2 for Arujau.
They're challenging.
Individual neutral athletes are going to have a challenge here.
I had his head pinched, I had his chest kind of up. The pressure was just right and I took it. So I'm like, all right, that's 2 points for me. He's got both my feet up. One of my feet slipped I can grab the mat a little bit, and I send him again. Now he somehow switched to the other leg, right? He's trying to maybe look backdoor. So I reach around, go crotch lock, and send him again. I just turned him 3 times, right? Which should be 6 points on top of my 1 step out point earlier.
2-2-2.
7-4. So 2 exposures for Magomedov and 3 exposures for Arujau.
They challenged, and then they ended up coming up with 2 me, 2 him, 2 me, 2 him, 2 me. So I don't know where his 4 points came from, but he got 4 points. So score after that was 7-4.
Great job, man. Great job. Hey, you're gonna keep finding those wrists, all right? So keep attacking. You're gonna look to swing off of it. When he squares, that's when you're gonna follow it up, all right? Good, slide off. Slide off. Smart here, smart. Yeah. Post knees. Slide off. Yes. Yeah, circle. Stay down. Circle.
Lock your hands, wrestle. Wrestle, Vito.
2 red, go.
They score it?
Challenge it.
They score. No way.
2 points up.
For blue, Magomedov.
And as we see, red has made a challenge.
I just took him, I picked him up, and I threw him, and his feet were off the ground. Like, it's kind of hard to argue that I didn't just do that. And they wanted to give him 2 points for it, so we challenged.
2 red!
All day, dude. There's not an ounce of his body touching the ground.
Look at Blue's feet!
Please take down leader, this elbow punch, the head control, and after Blue is totally outside.
My elbow hit, so 2 points takedown for him.
That's crazy.
Even though he didn't have control at all. And then when I threw him out of bounds, that he was completely out of bounds before he exposed. So it didn't count. Even though there's obviously the very forgettable continuation rule, where if I start an action in bounds, I'm able to score it out.
You know, never do they just stop an action because a guy's head hits out of bounds. There's continuation.
Vito, just refocus. Dial in right now.
He loses the challenge, but he also loses a point, does Vito Arujau. So now we're tied at 7, and criteria is to Magomedov. And again, that's the hard.
You know, even if these calls don't go my way, they can't stop me forever. I'm going to continue to put together attacks. I'm going to continue to keep inching my way forward, and I'm just going to build this gap little by little. If they're not going to give me the points, then I'm going to take them.
And now 7-7, and criteria is to Magomedov.
Keep working, Vito. That's it. Hey, you're gonna have to put a couple together.
Come on, put a couple together. There it is. Get it. Run through it.
1:30, Vito. Minute 30.
You got re-attack, buddy. You got re-attack.
Oh, that was nice.
Find it, Vito. Work hard. Fingers! Make them open!
Vito Arujau comes back on top with 2 points in the lead.
30 seconds, you got it. 30-second sprint here, 30-second sprint.
Slide off! To the edge!
Yeah.
Hey, Vito! Vito, head hands, 16 seconds. Hey, you can give one up. You can step out if you need it. 10 seconds.
Hard circle.
No.
Don't come on.
Bullshit. Well, they score it. Get out of here. It's such bullshit.
Vito, it's 10-9.
So now 10-9 with 7 seconds to go.
Hold position.
Vito Arujau can't back up in that situation with 5 seconds to go. Championship at 61 kilograms.
kilograms, the United States with a world champion, Vito Arujau. He now has a legacy. His father, a world champion for the Soviet Union in the 90s, and now Vito Arujau adding to the gold medal in the Arujau family. He is a world champion.
My dad, Vougar, he's a two-time world champ. I'm a one-time world champ. Oh my goodness. I know, right? It's crazy. I'm the best one out, really. World champion family. I love it.
You know, I'm proud with my kids. You know, usually in my country we're not told that. I'm so happy just to see him happy. It's his happiest moment in his life. And I'm next to him, you know, I'm from his heart, he's so happy.
Stepped out on that mat with Magomedov, the former world champion at this weight, and now it's my weight.
You know, we knew that he had it in him. Did it. It's pretty awesome.
As soon as the match is over and it's like, now I have to return to reality, and I'm like, I guess I just won the world championships, and it all just kind of comes to me. I look up at the crowd, at Frank's in the corner, just going crazy. Throws me the flag, and I'm running around with the flag. The first time, you know, I've ever got to do that. It was a crazy feeling. Really fulfilling moment. The last year of my life's been a little hectic. There were a lot of reasons why I should have just fell off. There were a lot of events that could have just, you know, this could have been it. This could have been the reason why, you know, I don't continue, I don't achieve my dreams, I don't continue to see that growth. Having the confidence and just allowing myself to go and do whatever it is out on the mat was the most crucial shift for me. Those nerves, that anxiety, everything that comes with competing on the big stage, you know, I learned to love it. I'm free out there, I'm just competing and doing the thing that's kind of deep inside of me, that wants to come out, that wants to, you know, shine.
Is that genetics?
Feel good?
Feel that's way better. Especially when you win Russians. Where you come from, beat them back. Let's go party! Yeah, baby!
The bar was set high through my dad, you know, becoming my coach, and him being the two-time world champion that he is. It feels cool now that, like, on a global scale in the wrestling world, I'm not just Vougar's son now. I am, you know, Vito Arujau. I'm here. Hopefully one day my son gets like, oh, you're Vito's son, huh? Yeah, it'd be cool. Vougar's grandson? Like, oh, that'd be so funny. And you're not good at wrestling now.
Vitaly Arujau, he's starting to really write his story now, which is great.
I think Vito is kind of stepping out of his dad's shadow, so to speak, and then Yanni's shadow.
I think I've developed myself into my own wrestler, but it's not so much pressure for me because I'm no longer scared of like letting him or anyone else down. Cross my fingers, I'm pretty good now. You know, I feel like I can go out there and put on a good display of wrestling versus anybody. And you know, I think that's all I really wanted to do. I think I was just scared of letting him down, and I'm happy that I think, to my knowledge, that I'm living up to his expectations. I'm not some like genius superstar off the bat, like 20 years old Olympic champ, like that's not me. But what I have in me is the drive to keep going.
Vito gonna grow. You know, he's not in potential yet. Our goal is to be Olympic champion.
That Olympic title is really the pinnacle, and that's what he's shooting for. Now his dad has a bronze. He definitely wants that gold.
I think the plan is to wrestle 33 next season and then slowly descend, because obviously we have NCAAs and then 3-4 weeks later we have the Olympic trials and then right on to the Olympics, 2024, Paris. It's almost like a new chapter started. I got the first one and no one really expected me to win. Now they're gonna know. I'm gonna get studied, I'm gonna try to get countered because I'm gonna be the defending world champ. This isn't like a big hoorah point of celebration. This is like, okay, now I have to start writing the book. I don't feel like satisfied. I want to be the best that I can. In the sport, I want every person in the world to know like, oh, that's him. I think this is just the beginning.